All right, on this video, we're gonna go over the top 3 reasons why some homes don't sell. Even in a competitive seller's market, some homes aren't selling, and here's why. All right, welcome back. My name is Mike Sprague. I'm with Icon Real Estate. I'm gonna go over the top 3 reasons why some homes just don't sell. The number 3 reason is the realtor. Realtors' jobs are complicated. It's not as easy as people want to think it is. And if your agent's taking it easy, they're probably not the right agent for you. The number one thing that I see as an issue with other agents is poor communication. I talk to agents all the time because I buy and sell property with my clients all the time. So I'm always trying to communicate with them, and some of them are just really, really bad at it. I've had a personal experience where there was a home that I was going to buy for myself, and this agent wasn't responding to text. They weren't answering their phone. I couldn't leave them a voicemail because their mailbox was full, and they weren't responding to any of my emails. Turns out their email was over inundated as well, and that was another issue. The weekend went by where I had reached out probably 8 or 9 different times through all those different ways of reaching out. And when they finally did answer, they told me, "Oh, I didn't hear from you. I didn't think you were interested anymore." You didn't hear from me. I've been trying to get a hold of you all weekend. Other than trying to figure out where you live to go knock on your front door, I've done everything in my power to reach out to you because I had this offer for you. Now, they didn't get my offer, and the home did sell. I checked it out later. The offer I gave them was better than the offer they accepted. So that agent didn't do their client justice by not being a good communicator, because there was a better offer on the way that they never got a chance to really look at due to their lack of communication. Another issue with your agents are they representing your home properly? That's another thing that I see all the time. I'm constantly every day looking at listings, and I absolutely hate when I see cell phone pictures of homes that are blurry, out of focus, the finger's in the way. The picture itself is really bad. It's sideways, it's upside down. It just shows the corner of a room. It doesn't really tell me anything. Or there's just not enough information. There's not enough photos, or there's way too many photos that I'm not going to sit down and go through 270 photos of a small ranch house. So are they properly representing your property? Now, for me, I think it's well worth my personal investment into my clients that I hire a professional photographer and videographer for all the properties that I list. Now, I take photos with my cell phone all the time, and I'm probably pretty good at it. I got 2 little kids. I have at least 1,000 pictures of them doing a million different things. So I take pictures all the time, but it's still worth the investment for me to put into my clients to hire a professional, because theirs are always going to be better than mine, because that's what they do for a living. They know things about photography and videography that I don't know, and it's worth it for my clients to have that representation. Most buyers are shopping online these days through third-party sites like Zillow and Realtor.com and things like that. So if the pictures aren't good, they're not going to be interested in the property. So pictures and videos are crucial, and a lot of agents are taking a laxed approach on their ability to represent their property. And I've seen some real high-end stuff with real low-quality listing photos, and it's always kind of boggled my mind how someone let them get away with that. All right, another issue that I commonly see with the realtor is, are they a set it and forget it type of realtor? Meaning, did they put a sign in the yard and then go, let's wait for an offer? Because that's not a good approach. It is a seller's market, but even if it was or wasn't a seller's market, that agent should be reaching out, should be proactive to be looking for buyers, to finding agents that have qualified buyers and getting showings, getting offers, following up with the showings that they had. Hey, how did your clients like the property? Do they have any feedback for us? Or do you think they're going to be putting in an offer? They should be doing some more proactive activities as far as marketing the property besides putting a sign in the yard and putting it in the MLS. Are they invested into Google ads or social media ads? Are they making YouTube videos? What are they doing to promote it other than set it and forget it? Because that's not the right approach. Will it sell a house? In some markets, yes, you can still sell a house by set it and forget it, but that's not a good representation of their clients. So are you dealing with an agent that just sets it and forgets it? Or are you dealing with an agent that's willing to go knock on the doors of the neighborhood and say, hey, we got this house for sale. Do you know somebody who wants to move into the area? Get yourself a proactive agent. All right, so the number 2 reason why some homes aren't selling is the home. It's the condition of the home. If you have a fixer-upper and not a fixer-upper type neighborhood, that's going to be a factor to a lot of buyers. Now, some buyers, first-time buyers, investors, people like that, might really like that fixer-upper, but there's a certain type of home that they're going to be looking for. And there's going to be other people that are looking for a certain type of home where they expect for this price, the home's going to be pretty pristine and they won't have much, if anything, to do. So, is your home in the condition that it needs to for its surroundings to be on par so that the buyers come in and they're getting what they're expecting for that home in that condition? Condition is a big factor. All right, so the number one reason why some homes don't sell is the price. Price is so important. I can't stress that enough. Price is super, super important. So if you're getting a listing agent coming to you and just saying, I think 450, that's not good enough. You need to ask them, great, how did you get that number? They might go, I don't know, that house over there sold for 450. That's a start, but your agent should be actually handing you some paperwork or emailing you a report that's called a CMA, which is a comparable market analysis of the surrounding area, homes like yours. You should be looking at what price they sold for, how long they were on the market, did they have to give up anything at closing cost? That's all stuff that's available to us, and we should be giving that to the client so that they can see why we came up with the 450 price point. Now, if they're just throwing a number at you, you need to ask more questions of them, because that I've seen it. I've seen it recently, actually, where an agent nearby put a house on the market that I ran numbers on just because it was in my own curiosity, and that house was probably $20,000 below market. So of course, it sold quickly, and they go, man, we got a bunch of offers. Well, of course you did. Your house was way too underpriced. Now that house did sell, but that person did lose a lot of money, and they don't really know that they lost that money. Now in other instances, people are a little too ambitious, even though it is a seller's market, and they're hoping to get too much money out of their house, either because they're uneducated on what the price should be for the house, or they're just really, really hopeful that the right person's going to come by. But you got to know that if you're priced a lot higher than your competition, that most people aren't going to bite that house. They're going to go for everything else that's more comparably sold. So in a seller's market, it's not unheard of to say the average price is here. We think our home is in really good shape, so we're going to go a little above that. That's fine. But there's also some pricing strategy to consider. A lot of buyers, when they're searching for a home, they normally search in about a $50,000 increment. So when they're on Zillow or Realtor.com, they search for 400 and less, or 450 and less, something like that. So if they're searching for 400 and less and you list your house at 405, would they have bought your house at 405? Yeah, maybe they would have. However, it's not going to show up in their search. They don't even know your house exists because they're looking at 400 and down. That's why you see a lot of properties listed at 399, because it hits that mark to where they're going to see it. And if they're really competitive and they really don't want to lose it, they might pay you the 405, the 410. They might be willing to go over asking price. So use that as a consideration, that the price that you pick needs to capture the biggest audience. And it needs to be on par with the condition of your home. And then your agent needs to be proactive to pull in those buyers, to get them to make offers and to get you the best price. So those are the three reasons: Realtor, condition of the home, and the price. If you've got those three, your home will sell. If you're missing on one of those, which one was it? How can I fix it for you?